Tamayo is an entrepreneur, founder of Handmaid's Bake Shop, and an empowered woman. Her willingness to give back, eagerness to do good, and ability to persevere are just some of the many factors that make her the inspiring person that she is today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of In Love with Me, where we feature inspiring individuals who will share their amazing journey. I am Mafe Yunam Velasco, and for this series, our topic is owning your own craft. This season, we aim to highlight game changers who continuously own their own craft and share their gifts with the world in hopes of making it a better place. Joining us today is a game changer in more ways than one. Let's all welcome an empowered woman, Hannah Tamayo. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Mape. Thank you so much for having me here. It's an honor.
Of course, finally. I'm so excited to hear what's been going on with you. But for the community of In Love with Me and the listeners and viewers who are just meeting you or maybe meeting you for the first time right now, can you share a little bit of a background of yourself, who you are,
hmm
and what?
So my name is Hannah. I'm the owner and founder of Handmaid's Bakehouse. I grew up and was born in the Philippines, and we migrated to Australia when I was 12 years old. My dad has been a big inspiration because he's very entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
He's already had a couple of businesses in different industries in Philippines, and having that growing up, I wanted to have my own business when I grew up as an adult. So
Mhm.
everything my studies have always been focused on business and hospitality. So I did a bachelor's of business and commerce in Western Sydney in here in Australia, and after that I worked at every hospitality cafes, and I also applied as a pastry chef without even any qualifications and managed to get in because of my passion for desserts and yeah, hospitality. So from there I had a couple of years of experience and already wanted to pursue having my own, but having a business is not just about passion but also having the knowledge of how to run a business, and the obviously financially you have to be able to sustain to be able to open your own shop as well. So I started as a home business for about 2 years. So we converted our pergola into a commercial kitchen. So I ran that for from 2018 to 2020, and then we had the opportunity to open at Eastern Creek Quarter in Western Sydney. That was actually a 6 month lease, and the business I did not expect it to be doing that well. That we managed to stay within 2.5 years,
Mhm.
and then finally got the location still at the same center, but into a cafe bakehouse. So yeah, this is the ultimate dream that I'm living, and yeah, we'll be opening this month, end of this month, and yeah, that's the journey.
Amazing. Congratulations, Hannah.
Thank you.
It's so nice to hear also that your family has been so supportive throughout your journey with your amazing, of course, your probably your baby right now,
Yes.
handmade bake house.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, there's a lot of people out there wanting to know. I mean, um, how did it all begin? You mentioned that your dad was your biggest inspiration, and
hmm
you also mentioned that you did not have any background. You just wanted to take action
hmm
and see how it goes. And then
hmm
now you're about to open your cafe.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it doesn't happen overnight, but how does
hmm
that feel knowing that you are achieving your goals?
It feels surreal. It feels like I just started the business like yesterday. Obviously, it's a lot of hard work to get to where I am today, and definitely a lot of sacrifices. Not having time, a lot of time to be with family and friends. But I'm pursuing this because in the long run, once I have everything managed, I'll be able to have more time with them in the future. So that's my goal. to be able to also support my mom and dad who work so hard, and who've, you know, given up a lot for us to move here and have
Mhm.
this amazing life. And yeah, my dream is to be able to for them to stop working, and so I
Mhm.
can support them as well.
Was having a sweet tooth part of it? Because
Yes, definitely.
I come from a hospitality background. I also
Yes.
studied hospitality and tourism management, and when I had my apprentice internship in hotels as a chef,
Hmm.
I know the pastry area was
Yeah.
like, whoa. Was it that
Yes.
was it always that, or did you want to become a chef in like the other departments
Mm.
in the
No, it's always been desserts. Actually, it's funny because in year 12 I knew I wanted a business, but I didn't know what. And
Mhm.
then once I was almost about to finish university, I me and my parents every weekend, me and my family would watch Cake Boss,
Yeah.
the Buddy Velastro in Food Network. And
Hmm.
then I don't know, I suddenly started baking from home, so making, carrot cake and whatever I can find on YouTube. And then I started making for family and friends, and then I started to grow a passion for desserts. And then that's why, yeah, and then even every time I go somewhere to eat, it's always dessert first instead of actual food. So
Wow.
yeah, like Jordan, a lot of inspiration. Yeah, in buffets, I go straight to the dessert table instead of the food. So yeah, it's always been desserts. So yeah, I have a massive sweet tooth.
That's amazing. And
Yes.
guys, Hannah and I have actually met already, and I was able to witness her in action and her beautiful store, which is now expanding. And my goodness, the the options are just so beautiful and just very because I'm not a sweet tooth
Hmm.
myself, but it just had a perfect balance,
Thank
So
you.
if you're not really a dessert person and you just want to, try something that will, just I guess
Mhm.
fulfill that craving or whatnot, or maybe you have family members that are also trying to watch their sugar intake. Hannah's Hannah's creations are so amazing, guys. Handmaids Bake House. If you haven't followed it yet, go over there and you'll just see how beautiful. You're an artist,
Oh,
you know?
thank you. Thank you so
I mean,
much.
how do you come up and stay up to date on the latest trends in cakes apart from watching the shows on
Mm,
TV?
yeah. Actually, that is one thing as well. I have a massive sweet tooth, but our desserts have the right balance, and it's not because when people have the perception that desserts are like overly sweet,
Mhm,
it's a lot of sugar, but ours have the perfect balance, and I am proud that it's not just after one bite. It's not sickening, so you can manage to finish a whole dessert without feeling too guilty about yourself.
mhm.
In terms of inspiration, it's YouTube, Google, and like Pinterest have been my best friends throughout this journey. So on my free time, it's always about looking at, what's the trend right now, and mostly it's my my goal is to put out the Filipino culture in a way where it's very easy to be accepted by the Australian community. So
Mm,
it's not just about making flavors that you can't find anywhere else. I use traditional Filipino flavors like ube and leche flan,
yeah.
I use something simple as like a mamon as a vehicle for to create something different. So
Mhm,
that's my perception of how my desserts are.
mhm.
And yes,
Yes, my gosh,
yes,
guys, must try. My personal favorites are your Sans Rival.
yes,
Oh my
yes.
goodness. They melt in your mouth, guys. Oh,
I actually have a story on that, on the
yeah.
Sylvanas. That's the number one bestseller ever since I started, even from home. So yeah, the Sylvanas, there's a lot of flavors that we have. So your traditional one is, your cashew, your French,
Yeah.
actually the traditional one is meringue with French butter and ground biscuits. But
Mm.
our original one is a roasted salted cashew. So that's the number one bestseller. The story behind it is it's I created that because my cousin was he wanted it as party favors for his wedding, and
Alright.
so we thought of like different flavors, not just originals, for the to give out to his guests.
Right.
So that's how it all started. After that day, everyone was complimenting how amazing it was, and they were having dreams of having having the Silvana again. And I was like, oh, I think I'm onto something. Yeah, they're like they're dreaming of it, and I was like, well, that's another level. So
Mm.
yeah, that's how it started, and everyone kept asking, if they could have more, and then I started developing more flavors, and yes, that's how it started.
Yeah, guys, just go visit the Instagram page and you will just drool, like your mouth will water. Just looking at all the desserts as Hannah has to offer. And speaking of that, I know that not every day
Hmm.
is perfect, right? Especially as
Hmm.
a pastry chef. I mean,
Yes.
making it look so beautiful and elegant at the same time making it taste amazing, that's a hard
Hmm.
thing to do because
Hmm.
when you're cooking like chicken or steak, you can cover it
Hmm.
up. But when
Yes.
you're doing
Yeah.
bread, you can't cover that up. So
Yes.
has there been an experience of a challenge for you? And
Yes.
um, you know, how did
Mhm.
you find answer to it?
A challenge. So we also make bespoke cakes. When it comes to like the mamons and the sobanas, we have done it so much. We've kind of perfected it.
Mhm,
But when it comes to cake, so your environment really, and it's even though you've done it so many times, there's times where nothing's going right. It's either it's too hot, the climate's too hot, and then your butter is melted, and then it's also the temperature of how you cook your sugar syrup. So, example, the buttercream would be so loose, and it's not as white as you'd like.
mhm.
Uh, and yeah, like there's a time when one of my cakes collapsed, and it's like it's it was a nightmare. I was like, "Oh no, how do I fix this cake?" So
Mhm.
it was like leaning as a leaning tower of Pisa. I was like, "Oh my god." It's like I have to fix this. I can't, you know, obviously we care a lot about the products that we put out for our customers, and I would never want to put something out like that. So
Mhm.
I just had to start all over again because this is a special, this is a birthday, engagement, anything for our clients is very special. And
Right.
yeah, we never want to put product out that we're not satisfied with. And yeah, it's just about redoing it again, and just being focused. When you have so many things to do, sometimes you miss a step, and things don't go your way, but just clear your head and start over again, and it will work out.
Yes. So
Yes.
speaking of that,
Yes.
if we're talking about requests, has there ever been like a really odd request?
Odd request for cakes. Um, there there's been a request for, like,
Right.
hens party theme cakes. It's we could do it, but it's not really my kind of style doing something like that. I've never really had a there was one that's like how Cake Boss does very intricate, like
Mm.
like human shaped, or like those kind of shape. I am I'm not very good at like architectural, like putting up the
Mm.
planks and like drilling and stuff. So I guess like a little, I forgot what it was, but it was like a massive figure of
Mhm.
I think a toy, and I don't know, we
Wow.
just yeah, I didn't have the capacity to do that, so fortunately I had to I had to refuse.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, at the end of the
Yes.
day, it is what your capacity is, right? And
Yes.
sticking with your beauty of what you're known for. So,
Yes.
and speaking of that, I mean, what are some of your favorite and least favorite aspects of being a bake shop owner, or even a pastry
Favorite
shop?
Favorite, oh, least would definitely be washing, like cleaning up.
Yeah.
It takes so much time. But no, sometimes I find it therapeutic after like a
Mhm.
really long day. It's like I just want to clean the dishes.
Right.
Um, but I guess as a business owner, like you have to learn your own value and strength. So, washing dishes is not where you're valuable. So I kind of find that that's the least task that I'd like to do because there's so many more value like and important things to do. Because I found that along the way, so I pretty much learned the hard way when I started a business. So I did everything myself,
Mhm.
and it's about trusting the team and delegating as well. Because for me, I thought I had to do everything myself,
Mhm.
and so yeah, now like my trust for the staff is there. They're very good at doing their job. It's just how it starts, like it's a me thing, and
Mhm.
then it's about yeah, they could do the job really well, and you feel more relaxed
Mhm.
with the weight of your shoulder is lifted. So I was able to take more days off because before I used to work like 60 hours a
Mm.
week, and that's not even including the admin that you do when you get home. So um yeah, one more thing, admin. The
Yes.
main thing I want to do. That's one more thing. Okay, I'm taking it off. I'm adding more. Yeah, admin. My most favorite part is making something out of scratch. So
Mm.
from eggs and sugar and flour, you can create something so beautiful. And being able to be a part of people's lives and celebrations,
Yeah.
and it makes their occasion that much better when you really have that passion, and when you really care about the product that you give out to them. So that's my most favorite part, like customer satisfaction, and
Mhm.
yeah, creating desserts.
I love
That's
that,
my favorite.
Hannah. I feel like it's the reason why we aligned so well when we first met. You're definitely a beautiful soul that
Oh,
provides happiness, and
thank
people
you.
remember it. Like even me, when I had my reunion with my family and I had your desserts, I will always treasure that because we were, you know,
Hmm.
eating your desserts and we were having fun at the same time. They were like, it was just, the color, all the
Yeah,
colors. It's just like,
thank
it's so
you.
relaxing and soothing. And yeah, until today, that barbecue with my family has been stuck to my heart, and just
Oh,
images and the way that
yeah.
everybody was just happy.
Oh,
And
thank you. Yes, the
that's
the memorable experiences. Yes. That's what, yeah, we wanna
And
be a
also,
part
I
of.
like the fact that you mentioned that you do delegate to a team. A great leader
Mm.
has a
Mhm.
team because when you do it by yourself, it's harder to really make it bigger,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Or
correct.
try to achieve certain goals.
Mhm.
So I want to learn more. And
Yes.
speaking of teams, I do want to
Yeah.
share a little bit while we take a break on my team and what we do. So check this out real quick, Hannah.
Yes.
Mafe Management is a company dedicated to empowering individuals and businesses in PR and marketing, social media management, online show and podcast production, business consulting, graphic design, photography and videography, workshops and classes, events management, personality development, logo creation, illustrations, and animation in working together to turn their dreams into reality. Get one step closer to elevating yourself and your business by contacting hello@mafemanagement.com. Let us empower you. And welcome back. Speaking of empowerment, we have an empowering woman right here, the founder and owner of Handmaid's Bake House. So, Hannah Tamayo here is sharing with us her inspiring journey on owning her own company as well as pursuing her passion. at the same time. So, Hannah, going back, we would love to know your memorable moments in the industry. Is there one or two that stands out
Mm-hmm.
for you?
Memorable moments. I have a lot. So it's being a home business. I did everything myself. So having my own shop, that first week. So as I mentioned, I learned everything on the go. So like time management, organizational skills. My most memorable, actually, I remember it because I don't remember it. The first day that we opened was so crazy and so hectic. I kind of don't remember the first 3 months that we opened. I was like, it was so all a blank because I just remembered how busy it was and how, as you learn on the go how to run a shop. And um, me being there basically open to close. I'm like, I actually I blanked it out of my memory. It's so funny to think about that. But most memorable as well is making, wedding cakes for
Mhm.
clients and delivering them. I personally deliver it myself, to ensure that everything, is the product is, because when you transport a cake, it's
Yeah.
like every cake decorator knows this. You like hold your breath and pray that the cake will arrive in one piece,
Mm-hmm.
because there's been so many situations where I've had to come and fix the cake when it's like on the stand where the guests are like waiting to arrive because it moves slightly, or like it just tilted a little bit. And it's memorable because I was able to save the cake somehow. It's like cake makers are like magicians. Like you're like everything in one. You're like an architect, a florist, you're a painter. So like every delivery that I've had was very memorable. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, like the day-to-day interaction with your regular customers, like you know them by name, and they keep coming back to you for all their occasions. And yeah, it's just yeah, customers are memorable. And at work as well, the team is we're a family, so every day we just have a lot of fun, in the back in the kitchen. And yeah, that's the most memorable, like having a group of people that align with your vision and
Mm-hmm.
have the same characteristics, that personalities that blend so well, that just makes the business not feel like just work,
Mm-hmm.
but just like you wake up and you're like, oh, can't wait to go to the shop and see um all everyone at work. So yes, a lot. That's a lot.
So you're still a young woman, and you're definitely pursuing your dream job, right?
Mhm,
You're you can see yourself doing this for many years. But for
mhm,
the ones, right now, there's a lot of
mhm,
individuals. I'm not just going to say the youth because
mhm,
it's all ages
mhm,
that want to start a business, but have
mhm,
the fear of
mhm,
so many things, right?
mhm.
Like you and I, we're business
Yes,
owners, and every day is a roller coaster ride. So for
yes.
you, what is your advice
Mhm,
to other people that want to pursue a similar journey like you, or even just to
mhm,
start,
mhm,
a business?
mhm.
What is your advice for them to get it started?
My advice for those who are doubting, following their dreams and passion, just just do it. Like don't overthink. The more you overthink, the more you fear, what's coming and what you have, like there is unfortunately some sacrifices that you have to do to once you start the business. But when you keep persevering, and when you're willing to put the hard work, and when you're so passionate about what you want to do, it's just second nature. It's the right thing to do to start start your own business.
Mm-hmm.
um like I mentioned, like the more we think about it, obviously there's monetary, like financial. And when you're so the one thing is, I think people are like got so comfortable with their lifestyle that it's kind of hard for them to move out of that and transition. So I think my fear as an entrepreneur is being in this comfortable zone where there's no growth,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no when I don't have any goals in mind, it's just, having a being purposeful driven is
Yes.
one thing that really drives me to, to work hard every day. And
Mhm.
when it feels like I'm doing myself wrong if I don't follow my dream. So that's why I have, a lot of passion into doing what I want to do, and I have so many goals, and that I have this future that I want um,
Mhm.
to happen. That's why I work so hard to get to where I am today, and to get to where I want to be in the future. So I hope that helps.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope that inspires people to do what they want to do. Because life is too short. When if not now, then when?
Mhm.
That's my
Exactly.
advice.
Oh, I totally resonate with what you're sharing. And, another thing, guys, that I'm so inspired by this pastry chef right here. Earlier, if you were
Yeah.
listening, not only does she love desserts, she also loves buffets.
Yeah.
Okay. When I saw Hannah, she is fit, like
Yeah.
super fit.
No.
Can you share with me at least, and everybody else who are like, okay, she's surrounded by sugar all day.
Yes.
How do you, you mean, I mean, how do you keep that work lifestyle balance, especially for your health?
Yes. To be honest, it's before I was a fitness fanatic.
Mm.
So I'm really into fitness. So I guess that's why it's like, oh, why are you so small and tiny? Like when you're like surrounded by desserts. Well, for me, it's just about balance
Yeah.
really. So you gotta take care of your health. Being a business owner, you're like you're doing so many things, and if you don't feel yourself well, you're just gonna uh, you're not gonna collapse, but you won't be as you won't have that right mindset when you've slept properly, and you've eaten the right kinds of food.
Mhm.
Um, Me liking fitness is also, it's a plus side because I don't find it a chore. It's something that I fit into my schedule that I want to do, and then I get to do. It's not that I need to do it, so it works out well for me that I like fitness, and I also like eating healthy foods. So it's more of a balance,
I
really.
hope you guys are listening. Don't
Yeah,
only have this and just sit pretty.
yeah,
Learn from Hannah here, guys. And
yeah.
lastly, Hannah, something that we want to know from you, since our topic is owning your craft, how important is it for someone to own their craft?
How important is it? Well, it's in my blood. It's what drives me, honestly, to do what I want to do. It's what gets me up every day. I have so much drive and passion, and positivity. It's one thing that's um kind of hard at the moment. There's a lot of things going on in life, and when you dwell in all of the bad stuff, you don't have any, I guess there's no point dwelling in it, because there's no value in focusing on the bad stuff instead of the good. So I don't know if I'm answering the question correct, but it's important. How's it important? Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, how is it important for someone to own their craft?
How is it important? If you don't own your craft, then there's really no, I guess, future and success in not owning your craft. When you doubt what you're doing, then you second guess, and you're not working as efficient as you could be if you don't own what you want to do and what you're doing. So I hope that
Yeah.
answers it.
No, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Just go for it. Know the
Hmm.
community that will support you. Obviously, for Hannah,
Hmm.
it's her family.
Hmm.
Uh, her dad just being that inspiration for her,
Hmm.
and it really goes to show because you're doing it. It's so amazing the creations that you are creating. And I also saw you with your team members. It's such a positive environment. And I
Mhm.
think that's what's key to being a business owner, a leader, and someone who's really confident on what you want to do
Mhm.
for many years, or perhaps for the
Mhm.
rest of your life, which is
Yes.
to bring happiness in people's
Yes.
homes, in their special events. And you did that for me while I was there,
Yes.
because I haven't seen
Oh,
my family for years.
yes.
And
Oh, thank you.
having Hannah in my home with me, I
Yeah.
mean, nothing but her
Yeah. Oh,
it even more priceless.
yes.
So guys, if you haven't yet, I know Hannah's only located in Australia, but hey, for the people who are not in Australia and have loved ones there, you can actually order for them and surprise
Mhm.
them. And soon, manifesting,
Yes.
we will be
Yes, that's correct.
Hannah
Yes.
handmade bake shop globally.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, that's right. That's in the vision. That's in the vision.
I'm so
It's in the
excited.
vision. So I'm taking it a step at a time, but I really I one of my other goals, among my many other goals, is to
Yeah.
open even a kiosk at first or my own store in Philippines, because
Yeah.
Philippines is my home, and to have my to have a shop there, it would be an ultimate dream. It's where I grew up, and it's where I still have a lot of families there. And whenever I get the chance, I want to keep coming back to Philippines. Um, yes, it's my home.
Yeah, so Philippines, watch out.
Yeah.
Handmade Bakehouse will be opening
Yeah.
soon, and make
Yes.
sure I know there's a lot of sweet tooth, uh,
Mm-hmm.
people in the Philippines, so get
Yes.
ready. You don't even feel guilty, just like what Hannah said. She
Yes.
knows the ingredients of having
Every,
that
every
excitement,
product. Yeah.
sweetness,
Yeah.
but
Oh, thank you.
okay, so before we go
Mm-hmm.
and give everybody more announcements and shout outs, I do have a fun activity that I do with my guests before we wrap
Mm-hmm.
up to get to know you
Yes.
even more. I
Yes.
was inspired by the book Strengths Finder. So it's similar to that, just finding what you, I guess, are are passionate about or your strength. And it's just fast talk. So whatever comes in your
Sure.
mind, just spit it out. Okay.
Ah, okay, okay. Oh, I'm bad at this. Oh
It's
no.
fine. They're easy questions. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll start with the first one. First question is, and I think I know what it is, but if it was not what you're doing now, what would have been your dream job? Okay. When you were a little
Cool.
girl, let me rephrase it. When you were a little girl, what was your dream job?
Yes. To be a teacher.
Oh, love it.
Yes. Yes. When I was a
Okay.
little girl.
Yes. All right. Next, what is your hidden talent
Hidden
apart from being
talent.
being
Oh, being being good at making desserts. Hidden talent. I'm quite fit, so I could do burpees.
oh,
I could do a lot of burpees in a minute.
whoa!
Yeah.
I'm curious now.
You can you can test me when you see
Oh
me.
my gosh! Oh my god!
But
I'm a bit,
yes, yes.
rusty. Okay, next. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Passionate, hardworking, and humble.
I love that. Okay, cakes or cupcakes?
Cakes.
All right. And so, what is your favorite recipe to bake?
Favorite recipe to bake? The mamons. They're so
Mm,
easy to make. I love
okay,
them.
so what is your most challenging recipe to complete?
Most challenging recipe to complete is uh I don't know, I do it so often I feel like it's easy, but let's go with okay, this is hard. I have to think. This is hard. I have to think because I could do everything. Oh, macarons.
Yeah, yeah,
Macarons,
yeah.
yes.
I know that
They're
I've tried.
finicky.
Yeah,
They're they're finicky. They're
I've
finicky.
heard.
Oh, yes.
I've heard.
Yes.
All right. If you could only choose one baked good to sell, what would it
Ooh,
be? Why?
Sylvanas. Because
Ah,
Sylvanas, that kid sustain the shop pretty much,
mm,
but it's very it's easy to make. It's versatile. Actually, no, it's very labor intensive, but it's
Mhm.
versatile, and everyone who's ever even tried it, loves it. They come back for it. So Sylvanas, definitely.
Yes, and guys, it is Sylvana's. That's also my
Yes,
personal fave. So don't forget
yes,
to try that. That is a must try. I
yes.
think I'm gonna
Must
come
try.
out with a post of the must tries because I've
Oh yes,
tried everything because we
yes,
did our, our fun shoot together. But
yes,
guys, this is Hannah Tamayo, the founder and owner of Handmaid's Bake House.
yes.
And I want to thank you, Hannah, for taking the time out of your busy day doing burpees
No.
too. Uh,
Yeah.
being here to inspire. Please let everybody know how to find you and what is happening soon.
Yes. So we are located in Western Sydney and Eastern Three Quarters for everyone in Australia. We are, active in Instagram, Facebook as their social media platforms. What's happening for us right now is we are set to open our cafe in 2 weeks. So we're not just gonna sell desserts, but we're also gonna have, our in-house bread, ensaymada, and ube scrolls, cinnamon rolls, and we're gonna have Filipino breakfast and multicultural an array of rice bowls. So we're pretty much gonna be having such an extensive menu. So everyone who who loves food, Handmaid's Bakehouse is a perfect place to come and meet your friends, have your family, even just for lunch or dinner or get together. It's the perfect place. We will definitely provide you with amazing customer service and amazing food. So come check us out.
Yes, guys, I agree with what Hannah shared because I was there at her venue, and the team are so great. They're ready to serve you. So make sure you tune in or follow their Instagram and also other social media platforms so that you can find out what is the latest promotions and when the special day of the launch that
Yes,
Miss. I know that you're gonna have some specials or giveaways to give like
yes,
the customers on that
yes,
day. So guys, please
definitely.
for me because I'll be there
Yes.
next and we'll be ordering everything. Bring my whole.
Yay!
So if you are having a birthday, Christmas is coming up too,
Hmm.
New Year's is coming up, all amazing holidays every month. Don't forget
Hmm.
to have the special piece of love that Hannah can create for you. I'm telling you.
Oh,
It's even more than the dessert. It's the priceless moments that you're going to share with your family. So again, Hannah, thank you so much. And I just want to do a quick shout out. Thank you, Busa, MMC, of course, MMC team, XOXSAS by Yona Signo, and the Wellbeing Boost program by Kimi Lu. So, guys, I am so happy to have another great episode with Hannah today. Maraming salamat to all our viewers. I hope you are all deeply inspired by Hannah's journey. And don't forget to follow our social media accounts and turn on our notification bell for the next show of In Love With Me series. Once again, I am Mafe Yunam Velasco, reminding you that you should love and be proud of your own story to tell. So again, actions speak louder than words. And thank you for tuning in for In Love With Me.
thank you. Maraming salamat.
Thank you for watching.